Angel Reese played today, and Atlanta Dream win by 1 point. It's fucking crazy. That game was, oh my God, that was just like a roller coaster, bro. Anyways, yeah, we're talking about Angel Reese's recent game. And so they won, but like by one, and this is basically the game sealing block.
Anything easy inside of the
Actually
paint.
And
insane.
a jump ball here between Hillman and Coffey. It's controlled by Miles. 3 seconds to go. Sheds, dumps under the basket. Layup blocked by
Just
Reese. And
barely,
Minnesota,
bro.
we will let ourselves out. Dream come back
Just
from a
barely.
17-point halftime deficit.
That shit was good. That was good. And the thing is, too, it was literally, they didn't really play the best that game either, right? During the last minute, also Pow Pow kind of saved it because she got that 2 point shot. And I had a feeling like that, like nobody was taking a shot the last couple of seconds they had to like shoot to beat the timer. Nobody was taking it. Everybody was scared, but then Pow Pow shot it at like 3 seconds. I was like, damn, nobody's gonna get that shit off, and she shot it in. That definitely saved it, right? Because even if it went the other way, right, time went down, it probably would have been screwed low key, even if they got the block. So it probably would have been a one game by the Lynx. So this game specifically, um, a good job, everybody. Yeah, it's a good stat line by Angel. Yeah. 11 points, double double, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals. But the game was not the best, okay? The game was not the best. It was not the best. As you can see by here, Uferinos. I mean, not terrible, right? Um, well, no, it was kind of terrible. So I'm gonna be talking about Angel Reese specifically right here. No, I do like again, I'm an Angel Reese fan, but we already know what she needs to work on. She has to work on her um offensive plays and stuff. And again, we're still early in the season. Like this is the first fucking game, right? This is the first fucking game, and it's against the Minnesota Lynx. Um, Granted, the Lynx kind of, they're missing Fee. They're missing Fee, and they got, some players left too from last year. Also, that were like, Alana, Shepard. No, was Shepard already on the whatever? Anyways, but I think Shepard was already on Dallas. I mean, but those two are on Dallas currently. But yeah, definitely, one of top 5 teams, Minnesota Lynx, for sure. And that was, or really top 3, and that was like a pretty crazy game, you know. Um, but offensively, yeah, we already know Angel needs to work on her layups. Yeah, not the best. Sometimes a lot of times like that game specifically, right? She would just put too much pressure on her layups, and then they wouldn't go in. And then she also, we already know again, but this is like a new channel, right? So we're just going over, you know, the things right now currently. But yeah, when she does her layups, she throws them in like weirdly. But the thing is, though, we know she has a rod in her leg. She has a rod in her leg, so like she kind of like developed her layups somewhat in a different unconventional way from what I'm told. And again, I didn't play. I did play basketball. Training or not training. It was like right before tryouts, but then I didn't do it, right? I'm a tennis person, right? I'm a tennis person. That's my sport. My sport is tennis, and then also other things, but tennis, right? I only joined the basketball thing when Angel Reese came in, like 2 years ago. So yeah, she got me into basketball. So yeah, I some things I'm saying probably don't even make, or I'm probably using the wrong terminology or whatever. But yeah, layups need to be you know worked on a bit more, quite a bit more, because that's just the weak side of her game, just the offensive play. And then also she would do, Angel would do. I was about to say Caitlin Clark because I just made a video on her. Angel would just like try and get the foul, which is, you know, that's what she does, but sometimes you just don't need to do that, you know? Sometimes you just don't need to do that. And then you miss the shot and then the foul isn't called at all. You know, you just yeah. So sometimes it's better to not work for the foul, or try and get the foul, right? Um, you know, so she just needs to work on again, like the layup game. That's most of her offensive play right now, right? The main shindig. You know, 'cause she's not shooting middies currently. She probably in the future will, you know. And I mean, in college also, she like shot 3-pointers and stuff too. So I don't know, maybe it's like the position she played in like Chicago, you know, and made her not shoot 3-pointers as much, right? Um, but you know, Atlanta Carl was like, "You're allowed to do that here. Go ahead, do it." Right. So she's definitely gonna be shooting more of those later down the line. Um, but yeah, I definitely want to see the layups and stuff worked on more, and um she can try and get the fouls, but like it's just like a lot of shots she goes for. It's just like, oh, there's too many people in the paint. Like she shouldn't really do that. She should just bring the ball back out, right? Because she's always going to be double or triple teamed. That's what always happens, right? And you know, if it was like any other person, you know, playing in the paint, they wouldn't be they wouldn't really be triple teamed like that, right? And their FG looks better, but because it's Angel, she has to fight like double as much, you know, 2 times harder than a lot of other players to get that shot off, and that's also why, you know, she be missing shots too. But again, like if that's the case, then she should bring the ball out a little bit more. But overall, I mean, again, triple teaming is not her fault. That's just, I guess that's just something she has to work around, right? Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, develop a midi because you know they're gonna be clogging you in the paint, right? Develop a midi or even a the funny part is one of the broadcasters said this, a pump fake. Yeah, and like other people were saying that, you know, I would be watching other videos too. Like a pump fake would really help her out, especially if she's gonna like triple team to the paint. Like, goddamn, bro. You know? But yeah, pump fake definitely would be good if she added that into her game too. Um, yeah, besides that, yeah, FG, you know, she was 4-11, right? 4-11. She's at 36. That was not her best game offensively, obviously. She made up for it defensively, which is good. Free throws were a bit low. I mean, yeah, it was quite a bit low. I mean, for free throws, I feel like I mean, at minimum, yeah, 50%, but I'd like to, you know, I'd like people to be 70% and up generally. You know, that's just how I think it should be. Um, but yeah, I mean, generally she is like a good free throw player. Again, you know, first game, right? First couple of games, things are gonna be off. Offensive rebounds, 5, defensive rebounds, 14. Yeah, she definitely helped out defensively and, you know, game-winning block. She actually had like 4 blocks. What does it say here? I think it's cutting out in the video. It says 3 blocks, but it was actually 4, but they called her for a foul for some fucking reason. It was all ball, but they couldn't challenge it because they already did a challenge. So yeah. Turnovers. I think the 3 of those turnovers were her trying to save the ball in the game, but there was nobody nearby, and like the Lynx caught the ball when she was like trying to save the ball from going out. Um, so I mean, it was gonna be a turnover either way, but like she just got turnovers because of that shit. So I'm not really superly worried about that. Um, you know, and her turnovers were high with the Chicago Sky mainly because she was playmaking. she she was the only one trying to make plays and stuff, and like nobody's on timing with her, unfortunately. But it should be a little bit better here. Um, later on down the line, Atlanta Dream, you know, better team. They're on timing, so it should be better. But yeah, and 11 points, right? Off of the 411. 411, right? So, yeah, again, overall with the team too. I mean, I'm just going on Angel Reese and like her recent game. That's my player, right? But everybody else's stuff is like not the best. Ryan didn't really play the best. You know, Nas and Jordan were playing okay games, right? And Pow Pow, oh. Yeah, but no, she was playing good defensively too, though, right? Like everybody, some people, I think Ryan wasn't really playing good defense this game, I would say, right? But I mean, again, like just these players, I mean, if they're not playing good offensively, they'll play, good defensively. And Pow Pow, definitely that shot saved the game. So we're again, again, we won the game by 1 point, right? It's still a win though, so right, and then we're also missing basically all of these players, right? I'm not sure if it shows on the screen, but we're missing like 4 players. We're missing Brianna, we're missing India, let's see, Holly, Aaliyah, Nye was just like, brought to the team and shit. So yeah, and then the first quarter they only made like 12 points, right? I mean, what's the game charts? I mean, summary box score. I mean, I don't really fucking care. That's fine. Advance. Can we do it by like whatever? Whatever. I'm not gonna go too into detail, but yeah, first quarter, 12 points, and then they started picking up the heat. They definitely Aaliyah, not Aaliyah, Alicia Gray definitely picked it up with you know, the third quarter with her threes. Like she was starting to get hot again. So that was really, really good. Very, very needed, right? And so they caught up. And the thing is, this was like one of the worst, one of their worst games. Or not worst, but like just a bad game. But they still got 90 points. They got over 90 points. And they're missing 4 players, and everybody is off this game. That's fucking impressive. That's impressive as shit. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, they shit. If this is their worst game, I'll fucking take it. Yeah, they did good in my opinion. That was a pretty goddamn good. Shit. I mean, they're missing Fee, and I don't know who else they're missing, right? But Olivia Miles is going crazy, bro. Right? And they still managed to beat them? That's fucking insane. And this is like their worst game. Or I mean, it's the first game of the season, but this is bad. It's gonna be one of the worst ones, right? And they're all off. Like literally 80-90% of the team was just off today. So yeah. Are they going to the playoffs? I believe they are. 'Cause that's fucking insane. The Dallas Wings game is gonna be really, really good, coming up very, very soon. Don't know when I'm gonna post this, but yeah. So anyways, yeah. Um it's still a W's in the chat, right, right, right. We good, we Gucci. Um, Again, first game jitters and stuff. And then also Angel, somewhat still playing a little bit like she's in Chicago, right? Where she had to, again, they got her playing, different positions and shit, So, um, definitely she's still trying to get used to being here. Everyone is still, some new players on the dream too, so everyone's still getting acclimated with each other. And it was like everybody was like kind of scared to like take the lead and like, you know, being a leader on a team too with this game and like, being a little hesitant and like, just passing the ball and shit, right? That also happened like the last couple of seconds in the game, right? And Pow Pow was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take the shot, right? When everyone's got scared. But that's just because, nobody wants to fuck up, right? Nobody wants to fuck up. But that entire game was just like, yeah, there's no leader on the floor, right? I mean, you think it's Alicia run or whatever, or and beyond is gone, right? So, but it turned out well, so that's good. Um, W in the chat that this is also good too because Carl was like, it's gonna look ugly the first couple of games. He referenced the Aces last year when they were like kind of at a bad ratio last year in the first half of the year, and then they ended up winning the whole damn thing. Because the Aces they were not the best last year. That shit was insane. But that second half of the season, oh my god, they played like crazy. So that's what Carl was referencing when he was talking about, these first couple of games, new pieces on the floor and stuff. And, we probably won't see a win and, yeah, but they got the win, bro. So this is pretty exciting. So I'm excited. Good game overall. Um, Again, we'll see with more games down the line. We make a better um hypothesis for the season and see how everyone's doing. So, all right, yeah, that's it. Bye, peace.